Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chimaima. This is a new series completely. I put up a poll for my YouTube family to vote which med school tips and tricks video should come out first, and this video won the vote, and that is why you're seeing this today. So in this series I'm going to talk about 10 ways I stay productive during holidays. Now this is for me. That doesn't mean that this is the only way that you can stay productive. There are so many other ways that you can stay productive, but this is how I stay productive as a medical student during the holiday. The first thing I'm going to tell you about is that you have to make up your mind. During the holidays, I usually make up my mind to be productive. Believe me, if you don't make up your mind, there will be so many distractions. There will be so many things that would come up that would make you lazy. It is okay to be lazy once in a while, but when it becomes a daily thing, that is when it is totally not okay. Now, another reason why I want to place emphasis on making up your mind is that it is something you need to do consciously. You need to make conscious effort to be productive. If you do not make conscious efforts, trust me, you would not be productive, because it is very difficult to be productive during holiday when you know that you have absolutely nothing to do, when you know there is nothing holding you back, there is no responsibility whatsoever that you have to keep up to. So it has to be a conscious effort that you make, and then you have to make plans, like cogent plans, to be productive. It's not enough for you to make that decision, but if you don't have laid down plans, it's as good as not even doing anything too. So make the decision and make cogent plans, realistic plans on how you want to carry out those productive activities that you want to carry out. The second thing I'm going to tell you about is study. I usually study during holiday. I try to get my course outline from my senior colleagues and then get their materials and study during the holidays. If it's something that is so difficult for me, I go to YouTube. I use YouTube videos to understand difficult topics, and then I try to talk to any of my senior colleagues that can help me to understand difficult topics. Note that you can actually study textbooks. You can also study the materials that you're given. So it's up to you, whatever works for you. For me, each time I try studying textbooks, I get bored, I get tired, I get exhausted. So I rather watch YouTube videos on those topics, read the materials from my senior colleagues. Then if there's anything that is still not clear, I now go for textbooks, or I go for slide share. This is like the best period for you to study without having that pressure of upcoming exams. Yes, I know that there are some schools that immediately school resume, they have exams to write. If you're in that category, then trust me, this is like the best time for you to study without having classes in between. We know that if one school resume, you will start having classes, and when you start having classes, you will not have the time to study as much as you would if you were on holiday. Now that you're on holiday, why not utilize this time? Study. I know, speaking from experience, it is very, very unmotivating to study during holiday. It is very, very, and I'm going to upload a full video on my motivation, so watch out for that video. It's going to come out soon. It's very difficult, but you have to make up your mind to study. Try to study ahead of time. The advantage of studying during holidays is that when school resumes, at least you already have an idea of what you're going to learn ahead of time, and it will help your thought process. It will help your understanding when school resumes. Imagine if you're in class and the lecturer is teaching about what you know already. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, if I'm in class and the lecturer is talking about what I know already, the understanding hits differently. Like, you'll be able to ask meaningful questions in class, and if you're too shy to ask questions in class, you'd be able to have meaningful thought processes. Like, you would be able to think meaningfully. It will enhance your understanding of whatever it is that is being taught. Studying during holiday gives you a perfect opportunity to study ahead of your lecturer. Please don't let these holidays fly by without studying anything. Try, even though it's 20 minutes. For me, I usually give 1 hour to a course every holiday. For example, anatomy, I give 1 hour to anatomy. Biochemistry, 1 hour to biochemistry. Physiology, 1 hour to physiology. That's 3 hours of studying every day during my holidays. then it gets to a point where you get tired, you get really bored. For me, when I hit that point in my holiday studying period, I now reduce it to 30 minutes. Believe me, that little 30 minutes that you give into studying, it goes a long way. To you, you may feel that you're not achieving anything, you're not doing anything. Trust me, just try it. Giving just 30 minutes into each course, or if you're in path and farm class, 30 minutes into pathology, 30 minutes into pharmacology every day, and be consistent with it. It will go a long way. Please don't take it for granted. Another thing I'm going to tell you about is learn a skill. Now, this learn of a skill, I'm not talking about skills like sewing, the popular skills like sewing, makeup, hairdressing, and all those popular skills. You can also learn digital skills. You can also learn how to tailor a CV. You can also learn how to create Google Forms. All these digital skills that would help you. You can also go into cryptocurrency and learn business. Just learn a skill generally. That is what I do. For me personally, learning a physical skill is something that I'm not so talented in. I work better with my brain. So any skill that would require me using my brain, I try to use my holiday season to learn such skills, because I know that is what works for me. It doesn't have to be same for you. You may be better off learning trade skills, not trade skills per se. You may be better off learning physical skills that you need to do with your hands. You can go into learning how to repair phones. You can learn how to sew. You can learn makeup. You can learn how to make hair. So many skills are out there. So look for whichever one that works for you and learn. Another thing is volunteer. If for those medical students who want to practice outside the country after medical school, this cannot be overemphasized. Get involved in volunteering activities. Volunteer in your church, volunteer in NIMSA, volunteer in FAMSA, volunteer in IFMSA. Volunteer anywhere you find yourself. Try to get in touch with NGOs. Try to get in touch in organizations that are open for volunteering activities. Not only do these give you the digital and physical skills that you need, they also... Alright guys, thank you so much for watching to this point. I promise you by tomorrow the second part of this video will be out. Please feel free to comment on those things that you do during holiday. We are all here to learn from each other. Don't just learn from me, okay? Just drop in your own comments. Let others learn from you as well. I remain your girl Jemima. Bye and see you tomorrow. Ta-da!